It started with laughter. Not mine, theirs. The sound echoed in my head long after the call ended. My wife's voice, her sisters joining in, the shrill chorus of amusement when she told me my train was mysteriously canceled. They thought it was clever, a harmless prank. Leave me stranded at a station 2 hours from home, watch me stumble back late, cold, and humiliated. They imagined I'd laugh it off, like always. But something shifted inside me that night, a stillness, a silence that settled in my bones. I remember standing on that empty platform, staring at the flickering board announcing my canceled departure, realizing the truth. I wasn't family. I was entertainment. The phone buzzed again. Her message, "Don't be mad, baby. You'll forgive us. You always do." I didn't reply. I just watched the screen dim, reflecting my own face, a mask, hollow, tired of being the joke. That was the moment the decision formed. Quiet, surgical, not rage, not tears, just a single thought: never again. At home, the scene replayed. They sat together in the living room when I arrived. My wife, her sisters, their wine glasses raised like a jury celebrating its own verdict. They looked at me, grinning, waiting for the punchline to land. "Lighten up," one of them said. "It was funny." I forced a smile, the same smile I'd worn for years, masking the sting, burying the ache. That smile was my prison. Inside, though, the realization sharpened. This wasn't about one prank. It never had been. It was the dinners where I paid the bill while they mocked my habits. The trips where I funded their luxuries while they rolled their eyes at my caution. The way my wife, my partner, chose their approval over my dignity. Betrayal doesn't always come dressed as an affair. Sometimes it wears a smile. Sometimes it laughs. That night when she leaned against me whispering, "You're not mad, right?" I kissed her forehead and said nothing. My silence was not forgiveness. It was calculation. The plan required no drama, no raised voices, just precision. I began with the accounts. She never checked them. She assumed money simply flowed, endless and obedient, like water from a tap. But I had built every stream, every reservoir. I knew where to turn the valves. One by one, I closed them. Her credit cards, suspended. Her sister's allowances, terminated. Joint accounts, redirected. I did it quietly, methodically, each keystroke erasing years of their entitlement. Outwardly, I remained unchanged. I kissed her goodbye in the mornings, I nodded at their chatter over dinner, but internally, I was dismantling their scaffolding, brick by brick, until nothing remained to hold them upright. They laughed still, oblivious, but their laughter only fueled the patience that kept me steady. Every smile I gave was a scalpel, every silence a cut. The first crack appeared on a Tuesday. Her card was declined at a boutique. She came home flustered, annoyed. "Can you fix this?" she asked, as though I were customer support, not her husband. "I'll look into it," I said, calm, detached. Then her sisters called, one after another, voices sharp, panicked. "What happened to the transfer? Why's the account empty?" I listened, silent. I let their fear bloom. When my wife finally cornered me, eyes wide, voice trembling, I handed her the statement. A single sheet of paper, empty balances staring back at her. Her face paled. You cut us off?" I said nothing. She searched my expression, desperate for warmth, for the old forgiveness. She found nothing, just the cold surface of a man who had stopped playing his part. That night, silence filled the house like smoke. She tried again, voice breaking. "It was just a joke. We didn't mean—" I raised a hand, just enough to quiet her. "You thought I'd laugh," I said softly, like always, "but you never noticed the difference between laughter and tolerance." Her tears came then, hot and frantic. The sisters called again, pleading, demanding. I ignored them. I didn't shout, I didn't curse. I simply watched her crumble under the weight of absence. The absence of support, the absence of control, the absence of the man she thought would always forgive. The silence was louder than any revenge. Priceless. I slept peacefully that night. For the first time in years, my mind was quiet. Not because I had won, because I had finally stopped playing. They had mistaken my kindness for weakness, my forgiveness for blindness. But now they saw the truth. I was neither weak nor blind. I had simply chosen the wrong moment to open my eyes. And once open, they would never close again. I didn't need their apologies. I didn't need their regret. All I needed was this silence. The sound of power shifting. The sound of laughter dying in their throats. And in that silence, I found the only answer I ever needed. Never again.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.